going on, Jerome's? Your Minnesota Vikings are barreling towards the NFL trade deadline at 3 p.m. Central Time, the only time zone that matters on Tuesday, Halloween. And the question is, what will the Vikings do? And with the unfortunate season-ending injury to Kirk Cousins, as well as Justin Jefferson being up on blocks for another week, the Vikings, a lot of the national media jabroni haircuts say, the Vikings should be sellers, tear it down and rebuild, boo, boo, boo. But maybe not so fast. Although general manager adofo-mensah, he is not scared to make moves and make trades. Notably, last year at the trade deadline, his first NFL trade deadline as GM of the Vikings, he brought in T.J. Hockenson. And Hockenson, when he's not dropping balls, he is proven to be one of the best tight ends in the game, and got the big-time contract, the first real large extension of Kwesi's tenure as Vikings GM. So Kwesi, with injury to Kirk, should and could be very busy on the phone, potentially looking for a veteran backup quarterback. Although I hope that they throw all their chips in behind draft pick Jaron Hall, who Kwesi and Kevin O'Connell drafted. And the whole thing about it is too, the Vikings have a number of players on the roster right now who could be moved at the deadline, but I think it would send a bad message to the team. Like if the Vikings, they claw their way back to 4-4. Yes, it sucks to lose Kirk, and yeah, you're without JJ for at least another game. But if you traded Daniil right now, you're basically saying to the defense, "Hey, f you. Hey, defense, Flores. We appreciate your efforts so far this season, but." Yeah, we're moving on. We're moving on. And I don't think that will sit very well with the team. Frankly, I don't think that will sit very well with the fan base. The Vikings just got back to 4-4, which is amazing after an 0-3, 1-4 start. And are currently in the playoff places and obviously could get back in the NFC North race. They control their own destiny if they do win out, and Detroit does too, minus the 2 games against the Vikings. Although go Raiders tonight, Monday Night Football. And overall, I just think that it would just be bad. And even though, yes, it does suck that the Vikings lost Kirk Cousins, I believe in Jaron Hall. Call me crazy, but it's so weird. The people want to write off Jaron Hall based off of 2 drives in his first NFL action with next to 0 practice reps, coming in cold off the bench, replacing Kirk Cousins, are very unserious. And I'm not saying that he is going to be the truth, but I'm saying that we don't know. But the Vikings, he's walking into a good spot. Good offensive line, got weapons, defense is opportunistic. Ain't bad. Certainly ain't bad, man. So the Vikings should not be sellers at the trade deadline. Asterisk. I'll put an asterisk by it, because if someone offers 2 firsts for Daniil, they should think about it. All right, but with Daniil, it's complicated because the Vikings can't franchise tag him in the offseason in a tag and trade deal or tag and keep him. I'm firmly on team pay Daniil. 10 sacks this season, leading the NFL. He's still proven that he's one of the best edge rushers in the game. He's proven that he has adapted to the 3-4, being a primarily stand-up outside linebacker. But I don't want to move him. But I think the Vikings should and could listen to offers on guys that have expiring contracts. Guys like Ezra Cleveland, who probably won't be back last year. Dalton Reiser's filling in very well. DJ Wanham, who had 2 sacks against the Packers, has really risen up. If he's not back next year, do the Vikings potentially look to get some value and also free up some snaps for guys like UDFA edge rusher Andre Carr II, Lewis Seen, who stacked up behind a very, very deep safety room. Do the Vikings, are they able to get some value there? Although I would say hang on to him and have him replace Harrison Smith next offseason. Marcus Davenport, even though he's on IR, you can trade players on IR since 2018, and you probably wouldn't get much. But would you move him? Who knows? Jordan Hicks, Jordan Hicks has had a career renaissance. He's done phenomenal this year. I would not move him, even though he's in a contract year and a little bit older. KJ's really stepping up, so even though he's in a contract year, Byron Murphy, at least the Caleb Evans and Mekhi Blackman and Andrew Booth Jr. are playing well. There you go. But Kwesi, we've seen that Kwesi's not afraid. But I think that it makes more sense for the Vikings to be buyers, because the Vikings, again, you could say blah, 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 Kirk, blah, 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 injuries, blah, 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 this, that, the other thing. Who in the NFC scares you? No one. You beat the Niners. You can beat Dallas. You should have beat the Eagles. You're going to beat the Lions and then go from there, man. So I ain't scared about that at all. I think the Vikings have a chance to stay in this competitive rebuild mode as opposed to a full-on rebuild mode and really thread the needle here and get Jaren Hall some help or pick up a veteran quarterback TBD. Probably it's going to be Colt McCoy, and then just go from there. Let's go from there, man. All right, so I think the Vikings actually should be buyers at the deadline. You're looking into Saquon, even though they say he's not for sale, sure. Or what about Derrick Henry? Or what about Josh Jacobs? Or what about whatever? So anyways, we'll see. But I know that Kwesi likes to gamble. I don't think that he should gamble being a seller at the trade deadline. I think he should gamble on if the Vikings can re-sign Danielle Hunter or not, which Kwesi and his agent have already revised Danielle's contract twice. And could they come to terms and to an accord on a long-term deal? I think that Rashawn Gary re-signing for 4 years, 96, could actually help the Vikings significantly, but we'll see. But in terms of moving guys at the deadline, especially Danielle Hunter, nah. Go all in, man. Go all in. We can do this. We can live this dream together and forever. That's right, man. But your thoughts are thoughts. Why the Vikings should not be sellers at the NFL trade deadline coming up tomorrow. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skull Production Value.